It's like end of June, so what is today's date? I forget. So what is it? The 20th is actually first day of summer. Just dug it out of the shed. Way back there. It was sitting upright. I don't remember if I have oil in it. It didn't seem to leak. I don't know. We got to check it out. Let's just take a quick peek at the oil. I had put some RTV down here. It needs a new rubber gasket on these. It's a rubber gasket. It's actually nice out today. It's hot, but yeah, she got oil and it doesn't even look that bad, fellas. But it didn't leak. Let's put it on its butt. Bring it into the garage, kind of put it on its butt, blow it off a little bit before I bring it in there. We got to put a battery in it. We got to put fuel in it. I want to sharpen the blade, so yeah, let's just give it a quick, blow off clean, because I want to use it today. Because the lawn needs to be cut. It's really nice out, and it's a good day to do it. And it'd be nice to have my old friend, the snapper, back. We'll check the air pressure. There was some issues with the tires. I went over that a couple of years ago. Yeah, let's get it going. Yeah, that's not bad at all, fellas. That is not bad. I didn't turn it towards the sun because it's here. I'm not going to keep moving it. It needs a new blade. I want to get one of those nice mulching blades. And then before I'm done, I think we'll just add a little bit of lubricant, spray lube to there. A couple of squirts in these guys. While the battery is out. It even says here, it says remove battery before standing mower on end for more than 2 hours. Yup. Yeah, we'll get some in there and there. I mean, not everything, but we'll get to it. You pull the blade. Down here, we got to get to that, right? That's something we got to get to. But I don't know if I'll have time this year or not. Once again, because I never seem to have time. Let's blow it out before we're done. Throw a little lube in a few spots. Yeah, like this pivot point here. Little chain wax on that, or chain lube would be better. A couple other spots, nothing crazy. Nothing to do here. Check tire pressure. Prep out a battery. I have a battery that's charged for it. Oh, there we go. There's a lock washer down there. I put no C's on these. Let's bring it over. Yeah, I balanced it. It was really bad. We'll check it again. Yeah, she needs a sharpen. I need a new blade, fellas. All right, put it on the list. We'll be back. Well, that's better. I caught a bunch of serrations over here. I started it last time, but it still wasn't right. It shot. All right, but that'll work. We'll get a season out of it, or less. Maybe I'll just, money's a little tight. I've been buying all kinds of different things. I want a good mulching blade for this thing. We'll get there. All right, I went around with white grease. There, these guys here, in there, from the top. And actually, I see a spot I can get over here. Hold on. Well, these are plastic bushings, so good luck getting them. I don't know if you can still get them. white lube. Because it'll dry, you know. There and there. Anywhere that rotates, maybe a couple of squirts. That should do it. I'll wipe these off. We get a rag, a beat rag. That's good. Now beat rag, and I'm gonna work our way down. I'll bring you around. This is loose. Let me show you in a minute. Okay, I know it's windy. Sorry, fellas. There, in there, up in there, there. These guys, I think these bushings, some of them are getting a little beat. There, and that one. I got that. Come down to here and in there, on the same thing on the other side. Here. I got in the throttle. In there and in this whole thing, you should, well, it's upright, you should hose it with oil. Let it drooze down in. You don't ever want that to stick. This one's a little bit better than some of the others, but I think this one goes into the tube. I don't know, some don't. Some have, they've changed that model. That's another discussion, but here, the brake pedal there, and probably I think the other side too. Told you it was nice out today. Getting warm. Down in there, here. Oh, I got to get that one. I got that one. Now this is loose. So I guess I never connected it or whatever, but we've got these guys here. Eventually I want to make a plate for it. Let me free that up and see if I can bolt that down proper. We're already starting to snap there. So I'm going to go do that. All right, these are all lubed up, aired up. I don't want to tip it over because it's kind of on a bad piece of concrete, of course. All right, that's in, and this one I used a little longer bolt and a bigger washer because of the split. It's a little bit deformed. Got in there good. Yeah, that seems to be pretty good. And then also in here, a little chain lube on this. And some white grease and chain lube in there, a few other spots I got to. I did grease it, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago. It's out on the channel. I did a bunch of work in here. It was jamming. This is an old machine, so I got two of these, and the newer one I sold, so I made some money on it. All right, let's get it down. All right, a little shaded over here. Can't help it. I cleaned up the battery. I charged the battery 11/20/24. Did a load test over 400, and then on 5/29/25, I charged it up again, and it should be good. So let's just quick clean on these guys. It shouldn't need much. Yeah, that's beautiful. Because I went over the machine at one point. Yeah, that's nice. Let's see if it's the right battery, though. Yeah, those are good. So positive. We got to put the positive on first. Try to sneak it in. I was going to go around back, and now the one guy's back there making all kind of noise. That would have been nice. But yeah, it's a racket. It's always the case. You can't help it. And we'll put a little chain wax on it, and then I'll try and pull that guy forward. Didn't I just say that? I don't know. That should be good. All right, a little oil or chain lube, not chain wax, not white grease. You need something that's going to stay, not liquidy, but like this will gel. Like on your chain, because it's plastic in there too, so yeah, that should do it. Let me try to get a little bit underneath there, and it'll kind of dry up. That's just what I like about it. I'll try and wipe off any excess. Yeah, that'll do it. I want to pull the plug. Yeah, that's good. If you want, you can put some white grease on the ring gear. As it spins around, you can just spray it. It's so nice out. It's just like so windy. Can we get that in there? Yeah, it just barely fits. It's gonna break that plug. Let's see what we get. We'll check it out. Nice, decent plug. Oh, she's chocolatey, fellas. She's so chocolatey. She's looking real good. All right, let me see if I have another plug though, but this one's in nice shape. Hopefully you guys can see that. If I'll review the footage, I'll leave it to the side. But I want to show you one other thing. So if you have somebody to help you, you can turn the motor over, especially now, right? Because it's so easy. But I don't think you need much. Well, we're almost back to the same spot. Yeah, that should do it. I'll check it again later. The only bad thing is the battery. It's not the right battery. The cover won't go on. What it really needs is the battery with the posts on the other side. This is a little too taut. It's not that it's going to go anywhere, but that's the correct way. I do have another one of those batteries. I'll have to dig it out. There's a whole pile of them I just got done, like I said, a couple of months ago, recharging them. All right, so this is a HiPA plug, and they're actually very nice. They're copper and nickel, and they have a V groove. You might be able to see it. Let me poke around. Hold on. Look at my screen. So the flat part I gap to 30, and then that groove winds up at 32. So that's a nice. We used to buy the Excel plugs back in the day, and that's what they did. They ran really good. This is I've been running for a while. These are actually pretty nice plugs. So let me put a little no-seize on it, just a touch, and then put it back in. Okay, that's the old plug. Yeah, nice and chocolatey. She was running real good, especially for an old engine. All right, I got two air filters. This is the original, and this is something else. So this one gets, you can see it's shorter, or it's not as tall, and it gets this guy, and then the cover, and then that. So just to make sure, because they're both about the same, it's getting beat, you know. So I'm gonna hold this one back so I can order the right one. And I'm gonna use this taller one, which is in about the same condition. I just blew it out. I'll hold this in my toolbox. All right, so I know where it is, and I'll just bolt the cover down, and that way, you know, as I have time this weekend or tonight or whenever, we got to get a blade and we got to get a filter. Let's keep moving forward. That way I can measure it for sure, measure everything up, because you never know these days, you know. It's just crazy, but they last a long time. All right, don't forget you got your little valve here. So close it down to store. Yeah, might as well fill it up. All right, let's hop on it. I'm gonna let it run while I straighten up a little bit out here, and then we'll change the oil. Hopefully she starts. I don't see any leaks. Crossing fingers. Hear it? A little bit of a miss. I mean, I did this carburetor a long time ago. I'm pretty sure it's aftermarket. I'll have to check my videos. Probably out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut just this back section here, you know, most of it. We'll come back and then we'll check the oil. We'll do the oil then, and then I can continue doing the rest of the lawn. we could adjust that. That's its really low idle. Hear it? That'll have to be for another day. We may even want a different carb for this thing. All right, let's get that oil out. Well, the bad thing when it gets windy like this, it makes the oil piss all over. Might want to see if we have something for that. It's gonna be hot. Yeah, she like oil. I mean water. Oil and water. Oh boy. There it comes. That's a lot. Yeah, we gotta find something for that, for a drain. All right, let me see what I have. But it needs it black and thin. Well, I don't have anything, and this is a bigger size. This would be okay with a cap on the end. It's bigger than the, you know, the smaller motors. You gotta watch out because you don't want to knock into this when you're flipping it. Oh, that would be bad. And this probably, it's got to be close. An L with plug would work with this plug. This is a real close nickel, and that's not going to do it. But I think the one that I just showed you will work. All right, I'm going to plug this up and let me mix up some oil and get it in here. We'll get something nice in here. She should be good to go. I can finish the rest of the lawn. All right, about 50-50. I'm gonna go with the 1540 synthetic blend Rotella diesel engine oil, because that diesel oil's as good as they are. I mean, they're okay, but their APIs are for cars, and we're not driving a car. This isn't a car engine, and it's getting older, so it's gonna take more than that. But about 50-50. I'll see where it falls. Get that in there. The Valvoline's okay. This is pretty cheap. That's been on sale a lot lately for under $20. So semi-synth. They're both semi-synth. I like doing it. You do you. I'm gonna go do me. But this has got some extra stuff in it for us, and you can go look it up. And this probably here, it's high mileage. Who the hell knows what they put in that, right? I mean, it could be some stuff to swell the seals. It could be some stuff to pick up some of the dirt, more detergents, which that can be dangerous. But for our little engines, we just need to change the oil more often, is really what we need to do. I don't want to go too thick because it is run in the cooler months, sometimes in the spring, and a lot of times in the fall, just to kind of grind up the leaves. So, look, shot glass, big 4.0, that was like 20 years ago. So, I'm going to take some Techron high mileage, about not quite half, right? That should do it. And I'm going to start, since it is about a full tank, start putting this in. And the reason is, it's not fuel stable, it's nothing like that. This is what cleans not just carburetors, but it's going to clean the backs of the valves, the intake valve in particular. That's really important. Help keep that the pathways and the passages, the back of the valve seat, and some of the combustion chamber, and even some of the rings. And I don't think it'll do much for the exhaust valve, but over time that will definitely work, and that is definitely proven. That's important because you want good flow past the valve, and you want that valve to be hot. When the back, I'll show you. See all this carbon? Let me put it up here. This is from one of my older engines, but this just cakes of carbon. And this is a cleaned exhaust valve. I cleaned this and I shortened it because I was working on one of my motors, Pontiac 400. And it should, if you can get your valves and keep your valves relatively clean like this, as opposed to this is like an insulator and it's very rough. And so when the fuel and air comes in, it gets disrupted. The other thing too is that when the fuel and air comes in on a hot valve and it's clean, it will vaporize. As some of the droplets sort of fall out, which sometimes happens to valves, sometimes happens to the air and fuel stream, the air stream, the mixture stream, however you want to look at it. You'll get like droplets and things have to round a corner or an edge or whatever, or it just happens. lower speed, lower velocities, lower engine RPM. But if you can get it to flow and hit the valve, and the valve is hot and clean, it will, you know, turn into like a mist. And these engines, they can't burn like droplets of fuel. They have to burn that sort of mist. So we want to see if this will help. Now, best test would be, I mean, this has been tested and proven, but we don't know if this really works in a small engine. But the dynamics are the same, the theory is the same, the practicality of it all is the same. So I'm going to also put some in a lot less, obviously, in my Honda tank. I'm going to go get out my Honda now, my HRX. But this I'm going to put in, she's about up to here, so it's about half. That's a lot. Go put that in, finish up with the snapper. I only have a little bit more to do, and then over time, I should have put it in earlier, I was thinking about it. And then I also really wanted in my Sunstar, because that Magnum 20, it's got a slug that burns a lot of oil, and she's getting sluggish. I think this will help for all of these engines. All right, fellas, running good, but it's all, the deck height is all the way up, but it's still it's been a problem for a while. It's just too low. Now, just raising the back, I mean, normally I would raise the front on a lawnmower, so it's less likely to scalp, but this is the only option we have. So let's bring it up. This one is definitely a little bit lower than the other one. I placed a brick underneath each side, right? So this is supported. So that'll give us a little bit of room. So let's try, oh, I don't know, an inch? I mean, it's low. Let's see if it'll come up. Let's put some lube on it, see if it'll move. And then I'll let you know. Inch, half inch, something like that. Let's try an inch. I mean, it's a little too low. I mean, I don't mind lowering it down again. The other one is probably down 1/4 of an inch. So let's bring it 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, well, that's about 5/8. So it actually has to lift it up more. So how about 5/8? Yeah. We'll do 5/8. We'll try 5/8. So it's actually got to come up a little bit. Now, which is good. That's what I want. How does that look? Yeah, see, it's above the brick. We'll start there. And I can't tell. I really want to do it inside, you know, on a level table. I don't know what to do about the front. The front really doesn't have an adjustment like that. So maybe this is all you can do. I'll go do the other side. And it's supposed to storm, so I'm going to keep going.